going off of sounding out CVC words and those simple words, I wanted to do an instructional video on Writer's Workshop and how we do it in the classroom. Writer's Workshop is a lot more of kid-directed than teacher-directed. I don't tell them what to write about. I'll help them think of ideas. But I won't tell them what to write about, so they can write about anything as long as it's school appropriate. And to kind of just encourage them to grow in what they're interested in and what they are able to do. So Writer's Workshop looks different for every kid depending on where they're at. I had kids when the school closed, some of them we were still working on putting a single word down to go with a picture. Some of them we were working on putting a picture. Some kids it was putting 3 sentences to give an explanation, to give a beginning, middle, and end. So I'm going to try to cover just a general idea of what Writer's Workshop is in a kindergarten. In my kindergarten classroom, it could be different in different classrooms. But to kind of take what you want from this and use that with your child, whatever level they're at. So starting off, we start the year off with a picture, and I'll do 2 pictures. All right, kids, which one looks better? Obviously, this one. But let's focus on this one. Stick figures. Absolutely okay. It is not art class, it is writing. Illustrations are very important for our story, but we're not going to get bogged down on the details. So I'll reference to this one again. Even without any words, we're going to ignore that for now. Even without any words, you can see something. I could look at this and I could make up a story. So for some kids, this is what we were working on when school ended. If your child is just doing a big scribble and saying it's a sea monster or an explosion, like we can work with that. But the amount of detail in this picture, they're not just floating in the air. They're not just floating in the air. You can tell where they are. They're outside. Is it rainy or is it sunny? There are no naked stick figures. You can see how they're all feeling. They all have eye color and hair color. It's all a reflection of who these people actually are. These are just pretend people. But kiddos would probably be able to guess this is Mrs. Phelps and Mr. Phelps. Because Mr. Phelps loves pink, his pink pants and his pink shirt. He actually just wears pink shirt a lot. Mrs. Phelps. And we both have blue eyes. And how are we feeling? Are we happy or are we angry? And I can continue to add to this. So if your child gives you a picture that looks like this, great. But you can push them. Well, what are they doing? Are they just standing outside? Are they playing together? Are they eating ice cream? And these are simple ways to add detail to our picture. So I'm just going to do a quick, my black one is drying up. So this will be our representative ice cream cone. And I can just draw a quick little ice cream cone to go in everybody's hand. And that can add more detail. They don't need to start over, but they can add more things to the picture to give details. Now, we're not done though, because we've moved past being illustrators. We're all very good illustrators at this point, but now we need to start working on adding words. So before even starting, they should be able to think of what they're going to say about their picture. So before I send them off to work, I tell them, think about what you want to write about. Think about the words that you're going to put on it and how your illustration will go with that. So we'll think of this. So for this one as an example, the sentence I will use for it is, I ate ice cream at the park. And so we can count out our words. I ate ice cream at the park. 6 words. Can we handle 6 words? Okay, so we're going to write our 6 words, and you might need to remind them what their sentence is. If they can't remember what the story is about, they need to start focusing. So if your kid comes up with a picture and they're like, well, and you ask them, what's this picture about? And they're like, there's dinosaurs eating their boogers. Honey, let's try that again. Look at the picture. What's going on? So I eat ice cream at, oh my goodness, Mrs. Phelps. I eat ice cream at the park. Well, that's just embarrassing. Okay, I'm going to just make up a new sentence because I can't remember what it was. Maybe I'm even saying the same one. Isolation's getting to me. Okay, I eat ice cream at the park. That's my sentence. I eat ice cream at the park. Well, we know how to spell the word I. That's a sight word, and it's the beginning of the sentence. So I'm going to start all the way at the left because I read from left to right, and I'm going to write I. And now we have a new word. Now we need to leave a finger space. Eat. I get out my rubber band. Eat. I stretch out the word eat. What do I hear? E. I hear the word letter E. I eat. I eat ice cream. Get your rubber band. Stretch out the word ice. Ice. I eat ice. Stretch out the word cream. Cream. So I hear Now you could just say, I eat ice cream, and that would be an okay sentence. But let's add more details. Where are you? At the park. At and the, those are sight words that we have done. So we don't need to stretch them out and think about it. I know them by sight. And the word at and the word the are words I have been working very hard to memorize. And then I want to write park. So I take my rubber band. So when we're trying to figure out the sounds in a word, we take a rubber band and we stretch out the word. And we do the sounds we hear. So park, p, r, k, park. So I heard p, well, p, r, k, park. I eat ice cream at the park. Well, you would point underneath. And am I done? Or am I going to write more? I'm done. So I'm going to put a period. If I want to be excited about it and have big feelings, I can say, I eat ice cream at the park, and an exclamation mark. Now, this type of writing is not where every kid is going to be at. So if they just can write, I am at the park, awesome. I see Mr. and Mrs. Phelps at the park. We ate ice cream together. Well, that would be fantastic. That would be almost first grade. That would be a first grade sentence, first grade writing. To give an example of stretching out words, I'll get a new piece of paper. Stretching out the word and putting the sounds you hear. It's not to stress the kid out. It's not to focus on correct spelling. That's the sight words. That will be spelling words when they get to different grades. But for kindergarten, for writer's workshop, we are just focusing on the sounds and being able to get an idea of our writing, a sentence or several sentences to explain what's in our head. It's the laying the foundation. So we don't worry about spelling. We want correct letter formation to the best of our abilities because that's just going to become a permanency thing for the kids' muscles. But we're just going to focus on the sounds that we hear for those words that aren't sight words, for those words that are not the simple sounding out words. I realized I didn't explain about this. I always make them put their name and the date at the top because that's just going to all their papers, when they get older, they're going to have to put their name and the date at the top. So we're just starting that practice. We were starting to put in our last names when school closed. So work on first and last names with them if you can. So I'll give you an example of just stretching out a bigger unknown word. I want to write the word basketball. Basketball. Well, that's a really big word. So I'm going to break it up. Basket, ball. And this goes with the sound discrimination and being able to hear the different, the syllables, the letters, the sounds. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into it. But simply breaking up the word is going to make it easier. So I'm going to focus on basket. Take your rubber band. Get basket. Now you want to stretch it out as much as possible, but we're developing the ability to hear and discriminate the different sounds in the word. So for the word basket, if I hear get and I hear BST for the word basket, fine. That is absolutely okay. Basket, and then I want to add ball. Stretch it out. All. Ball. Maybe I hear bowl. Basketball. That is absolutely okay. Yes, we want to work on correct spelling, but that is next year's problem. That's future problem. This is the focus to be able to discriminate the different sounds for now. Now, if your kid is capable, then by all means, go ahead and be like, oh, what about the K? What about the aw and all and basketball? That is fine. Go ahead. We don't want to like dumb things down, but we also don't want to stress kids out by pushing them to a level where they're not ready. And this is a stressful enough time. Now, for some kids, if they want to write the word basketball, depending on their level, they might not be able to hear the different sounds and be able to translate in their mind the letters. So if your kid wants to write basketball and all they hear is basket ball, we're going to take that. That is okay. It's not our desired point at the end of the year, but it is a step towards our desired point. So we want to start where we can and then build from there. All right, I see you have this basket and ball. So let's take the word basket and let's put a little bit more. I'm going to sound it out and you write the sounds. So you can participate in this. We don't want to just tell them how to spell the word, but I will lead them through stretching out words and putting the sounds that they hear. So you want to write the word basket. I'll sound it out. What do you hear? Write the B. A. What do you hear? Or so write the A. S. You know, you can help lead them through it. You can help facilitate it. But at the end of the day, you want the child to be doing what they can come out with from their own mind. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm sorry I got a little long-winded.